They call me Worm 'cause I'm horrid. Epic gamers. Are you familiar with Duel Masters? Welcome to a very special, unique video of me showing you a Duel Masters deck I built. So I got into this game, I think about 2 years ago. And for the people that are also a little bit informed about this game, it's really hard to find English cards in good condition or real for that matter. I was buying starter decks at first, and the first 3 starter decks I bought were all fake. This deck is kind of based on the Darkness and Fire Civilization deck that was included in a Dark versus Light special tin set. So it had like a Nature Light deck and a Darkness Fire deck or Civilization, I don't know. I basically used some of the cards from the Darkness part of that deck, and I replaced the Fire with water, basically. So I wanted to build my own deck with just the cards I had. So it's like, I thought would be a nice challenge to build a deck with the restriction being I can only use cards that I randomly got. So I opened those decks. I opened a few packs, which were mostly Italian and French. I bought like a semi-big collection of cards. Without further ado, I want to show you the deck I built. It's of course not optimal. It's based on a pre-constructed starter deck. So first off, I have my 3 Marrow Ooze the Twister, one of the blockers, 1-cost blocker, always good, right? Yeah, so it can attack, but if it attacks, it gets destroyed after the attack. And then my other blocker is Bloody Skeeto, a play set of those. A 4,000 blocker for only 2 mana is pretty cool. And sadly, he can't attack, and if he wins the battle, he's also destroyed. So those are my my blockers. They're kind of cool. They're kind of cool dudes, right? Yippee yippee. Then we have 2 critical blades. I wanted to put an ample amount of shield triggers in here because I think that's a really cool mechanic. But in the practice games I played with the pre-constructed starter decks, I barely ever had like a shield trigger down in my shield zone. So I want to up the shield triggers a bit. I think the pre-constructed deck had 1 critical blade. I upped that to 2. Then we have another shield trigger, Dark Reversal, to return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Now this is very important. People that have known me for a long while know that I'm the worm guy. So when I saw that Duel Masters had worms, I was like, I have to run a few worms in my deck, right? So I run a 3 Horrid Worm, which is basically a random discard whenever it attacks. Then I have 2 Gregorian Worms, which has a shield trigger, so you can summon it if it's in your shield zone and it gets attacked. So we have a free worm. Then we have a Kick Chaos Worm to round it all off. This is an evolution, so you put it on one of your worms that's been in the battlefield for a bit, or since last turn basically. And you get to destroy an opponent's creature. Fun thing, evolution, Lorcana actually stole the evolution mechanic and called it Shift. There's a lot of parallels between Duel Masters and Lorcana, by the way. They also have like every card can be mana. Duel Masters was a big inspiration for Lorcana. Let's just keep it like that. We have 2 Death Smoke, destroy one of your opponent's untapped creatures. Cool to get rid of blockers. I have, I think, 1 Soul Gulp. So as you can see, most of these black cards are from the pre-constructed starter deck. So they are all in English, which is really nice. Your opponent chooses a card and discards it for each light creature he has in the battle zone. So there's like a counter to light. Maybe I'll take that out because it's like a really specific anti-light thing, right? So this is one of the foils from those starter decks, the Vashuna, the Sword Dancer. I don't know if it's really that good of a card, I'm not sure. but it's a really pretty card, and I didn't want to take out any of the foils from this deck because I think they look really cool. One of the other foils was Mongrel Man. Whenever another creature is destroyed, you may draw a card. The starter deck had 3, and then I have like this French promo version, which is kind of cool. I don't know if I should run 4 because I took the red creatures out, which are most of the time creatures who attack and go to the graveyard a lot. So I don't know if 4 Mongrel Man is like, necessary, but I wanted to run this cool promo version. Then I got this really cool Dark Titan Magin, which is like a substitute for another high cost creature that was in the starter deck but didn't do as much. And this is basically a stronger horrid worm. So when he attacks, your opponent discards a random card. Then we have a Japanese card, but every Duel Master player knows Terror Pit, or Demon Pit as it's called in Japanese. So this is basically a card with shield trigger. It costs 6, so I only wanted to run 1. I have 1 more, I think, in my collection, but this is basically destroy a creature. So if this is in your shield zone and gets attacked, you can destroy a creature your opponent controls. I love creature destruction. I wanted to put a little bit more creature destruction and a little less blockers in. Don't know if that's a smart idea at all. So we have Gamel Knight of Hatred. Nice. So here are some of the nice bigger creatures like Vampire Sylphie as well. So we have Gamil, which is creature attacks, you may return darkness creature from your graveyard to your hand, so you can recycle your blockers. And we have Vampire Sylphie. I never got to summon this, but the artwork is so freaking cool. So if I can't play it, I can use it as mana and I can still look at it, right? So yeah, Vampire Sylphie. Then we have our water creatures, and most of these are Italian or French. So, but the effect texts on these cards aren't that long. So I have 3 Marine Hulkus. I actually have a cool promo version of that as well. A little bit damaged, but that's fine. And this is kind of like basically just when you summon it, draw a card. Then, because I only had 3 Marine Hulkus, I put in this guy, which is a shield trigger. So he gets summoned when if it's your shield and you get and it gets attacked. Then we have Discard, only in French, but this is basically a 3 cost to tap an opponent's creature. So if your opponent has any blockers, you can tap those with this and go ham. Then I have this really cool promo that I got from a GBA game, a mismatched GBA game, that is. It had like the box art of one game, the promos of another, and the game of another. So it was 3 things in one. But I really got the cool Atari promos, and I decided to put in that promo. So I have an English one and a French one from one of the collections I bought in the past few years. Then we have a Thought Probe in English and I think, yeah, this is Italian. Shield trigger, when you cast a spell, if your opponent has 3 or more creatures in the battle zone, draw 3 cards. So nice draw engine. This was also a draw engine to draw 2 cards. This is a draw engine to draw 3 cards. Really cool. And then last off, I don't know how good this is, but I really like the artwork on this big fish. And he is basically, when he attacks, your opponent puts one of his mana back into his hand. Don't know how good that is for a 6-drop with only 3,000 attack. But look at this guy. Adoro l'oceano, adoro I pesci. You know, he's an Italian fish. I just wanted to show this off to you guys because as you know, I really like trading card games, and I really like trading card games that have been discontinued. I mean, Duel Masters is still one of the big 3 in Japan, but in the international version, the English version, has been cancelled a long time ago. And I never really got into this game until it was too late, and now the cards are super expensive. So this is basically a bulk box deck, I guess, based on a starter deck. Basically cards I just had lying around, and I wanted to build a custom deck to play with instead of using the starter decks all the time, basically. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this, probably not on Duel Masters, because I don't have that much to show off when it comes to Duel Masters. Although, I do have a really cool booster box opening for Duel Masters coming up, which I hope you'll enjoy as well. But if you like trading card games, pack openings, sometimes deck profiles like this, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time when we're going fishing. Meow!
The world as we know it isn't the world around us. 5 civilizations corresponding to nature, fire, water, light, and darkness can be brought into our world through a special card game. Though many kids and adults play this game, only the best can call forth these creatures. They are known as Kaijudo masters. This is the story of one junior duelist or senpai, unique among all others. His name is Shobu Kirifuda.